Xabi Alonso's dream scenario as 114 million do join, along with six-time Premier League winner. Chelsea will continue their hard work in the transfer window after a busy start to the summer. The Blues dropped a huge chunk of cash on Morgan Rogers, breaking the British transfer record by paying a £117 fee to Aston Villa. Marco Palestra also joined Chelsea for a more modest sum of £43. Lacroix will arrive at Stamford Bridge after completing a medical last week.
Wet boots ruining your mornings? This silent, fanless dryer gently dries boots, shoes, and gloves overnight while helping reduce damp odors, so your gear is ready when you are. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/4 right now.
Alonso beating Arsenal to Rogers initially raised questions around how Chelsea will set up this season. However, the Blues boss believes he can utilize the 24-year-old in the perfect way. He said, "One of his best qualities is that he is flexible. He plays in that pocket position, close to the striker, close to our number 10, but he has also played on the right side even though he is more used to coming from the left. He feels he is enjoying his game, his flow, and I'm sure he will have good connections with the other players around him. If we get those connections right, that will be a great step forward in the quality of our game." Chelsea have been linked with a number of stars and are continuing their pursuit of Alex Scott and John Stones. However, the club is also battling with how big their squad is already and could see current stars depart this summer. Here, Mirror Football looks at how the Chelsea matchday squad could look this season. Lacroix may be arriving soon, but there is still significant work to be done on Chelsea's backline. The Blues have shipped 158 Premier League goals over the last 3 campaigns, albeit with a number of different defensive lineups. Chelsea have already bid farewell to Marc Cucurella, who joined Real Madrid for £52. The likes of Tosin Adarabioyo and Benoit Badiashile could also depart Stamford Bridge this summer as their futures remain uncertain. This could suggest further changes, with John Stones understood to be a key target for the Blues. The 32-year-old left Manchester City at the end of his contract and has a huge amount of experience in the top flight. With his Premier League pedigree, Stones would be a bargain signing for Alonso to strengthen his defense. Talks have also got underway between Chelsea and Rayo Vallecano for Pep Chavaria's signature. Chavaria has 4 years remaining on his deal, but could be another shrewd signing for the Alonso era. Valentin Barco is still expected to join Chelsea despite his run-in with England star Jude Bellingham at the World Cup. The Argentina international ended up in a heated exchange with the Real midfielder after the Three Lions lost 2-1 to the 2022 champions. In May, Barco was reported to be leaving Strasbourg to head for Stamford Bridge after a £34 deal was agreed. The Athletic stated that the transfer will continue despite the backlash faced following the World Cup game. Bellingham watched on as Barco celebrated with his teammates before slapping him over the back of the head and entering a verbal battle. The 22-year-old midfielder's arrival at Chelsea is imminent after he concludes his summer break. Alex Scott has attracted considerable transfer attention this summer from clubs including Chelsea, Manchester United, and Arsenal. The Cherries maintain they will not part with the midfielder, and last week turned down a £64 offer from Chelsea for his signature. Despite this, the 22-year-old has rejected a fresh contract from Bournemouth and is understood to be open to a switch to Stamford Bridge. Scott could set the Blues back £80 if they are willing to return with another approach for the midfielder, though the Cherries may now be prepared to enter negotiations, given the Stars' contractual circumstances. It's hardly a revelation that Chelsea have an extensive squad. Arguably, this has not worked to the advantage of any individual manager in recent seasons, and further exits are expected before the window closes. 3 of those who may depart are Badiashile, Chalobah, and Pedro Neto. La Gazzetta dello Sport claims that Napoli have made inquiries about Badiashile, who is believed to be interested in heading to France. The League One outfit views the 25-year-old as defensive reinforcement following Alessandro Buongiorno's injury. Como have also pursued Trevoh Chalobah, as TalkSport reveals the Serie A club had a third offer knocked back for the defender. Chelsea refused to reduce their £35 valuation, but remain open to offloading the academy product. Several Premier League sides are keen on Pedro Neto, but Chelsea are adamant that any club hoping to land him will need to pay a hefty price. There are also doubts surrounding several other key figures in Alonso's squad, with Enzo Fernandez among those whose futures remain uncertain. Alonso has openly acknowledged the likelihood of further departures. He said, "We need to know that there will probably still be some movement. We need to be flexible and quick to act. The main thing is that we have a clear idea, a clear plan that we have built. It will probably change before the transfer window closes." Sky has upgraded its Ultimate TV and Sky Sports bundle to now include HBO Max, Netflix, Disney+, Discovery Plus, and Hayu, as well as 135 channels and full Sky coverage of the Premier League and EFL. Sky broadcasts more than 1,400 live matches across the Premier League, EFL, and more, with at least 215 live from the top flight alongside Formula One, darts, and golf.